Umiihi. Ang exam natin. Saan niyo gusto kumain?
Parang magsangkip salamat.
Sanggip salamat. Sige na nga, kahit mahal, masarap naman.
Here we'll show what happens when we digest food. As food enters the mouth, the teeth grind it down during chewing. This is called mastication. Salivary glands release saliva that moistens the food and helps to break down sugars. The tongue positions the food so it can be swallowed. The food moves through the throat and into the esophagus. Food moves down the esophagus by peristalsis. These are wave-like contractions of the muscles in the digestive pathway that push the food along. Next, the food enters the stomach, where it's showered in gastric juices and proteins are digested. The food then passes through into the small intestine. Here the food is showered with bile that digests fats and pancreatic juices that contain enzymes to digest carbohydrates, fats and proteins. The walls of the small intestine also release enzymes. The small intestine is over 5 meters long and the food moves along by peristalsis, as in the esophagus. After the food leaves the small intestine, almost all the nutrients have been absorbed. Next, the food moves into the large intestine. The main role of the large intestine is to absorb water, nutrients and salts, and convert waste products into a more solid form that can be excreted from the body as feces. The colon ends in the rectum and anal canal. By this time, water has been absorbed and the feces are ready to be expelled from the body through the anus.
The circulatory system comprises blood, blood vessels and the heart. The heart is the central organ for pumping the blood throughout the body. Heart is made up of strong cardiac muscles. Heart pumps liquid blood, a tissue which transports nutrients, gases, waste, etc. along with it. The right upper atrium receives deoxygenated blood from whole body, which is pumped into right ventricle below and it sends the blood to lungs for oxygenation via pulmonary artery. After oxygenation, blood travels through pulmonary vein and is received in upper left chamber, that is left atrium, which pumps it into left ventricle below. Then it is pumped into aorta, which is source many arteries which carries oxygenated blood to different parts of body.
Smoking cigarettes is bad news for many parts of the body. How does smoking affect the lungs? Smoking damages the lungs and can lead to lung cancer, which is often incurable. Smoking increases mucus production, which can cause coughing and make you prone to infection. Smoking inflames the lungs. Even one cigarette can cause irritation and coughing. Smoking can destroy the lungs and lung tissues. This can result in less oxygen to critical parts of the body. Smoking harms the cilia. When these hair-like structures can't do their job, the lungs can't clean themselves properly. How does smoking affect circulation? When the poisons in cigarette tar enter the bloodstream, what happens? You're at greater risk of blood clots. Your blood pressure and heart rate increase, and your arteries become thinner. Smoking harms the brain. Smokers are 50% more likely to have a stroke than non-smokers. How does smoking affect the stomach? Smoking can weaken the esophagus, which can cause acid reflux. How does smoking affect the skin? Smoking reduces how much oxygen your skin receives. This can make your skin age faster by 10 to 20 years. Considering all the harmful effects of smoking, isn't it time you called it quits?